Hey, darling. I hope that you are well. Yeah, I am home from teaching and showered, and I have my new pants on that I got from the studio owner because I'm a good teacher and I help out, so she gives me free clothes and shit. Onesie is the name of the company. Not that I'm like a huge snake fan, but I actually really like the color on this, and then they're just so soft. So, but I'm trying to like be like more open to like all God's creatures, even snakes. They don't want anything to do with us. Like they're literally like just the fuck away. Anywho, so with that said, why don't we go ahead and come into our practice? Let's actually start off on our backs today. So coming into Shavasana, laying down, hands can come over heart space, hands can come down to the sides, allowing ourselves to come into our breath. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Again, big inhale. And exhale. Two more, big inhale. And exhale. Giving gratitude for the moon and for the sun as we leave this moon phase, about to be in the new moon. So doing that final release and clearing in this cycle. Things that we would like to let go of, forgiveness that we would like to give, and things that we want to manifest for ourselves. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Giving gratitude for the indigenous peoples of this land, for this practice of yoga, and for the black and brown people who created the practice. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. We give gratitude for our bodies and for ourselves. And if there's a person, place or places that you'd like to dedicate your practice to today, take the time to do so now. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, bring some movement into fingers, toes, feet, ankles, wrists. Maybe rock back and forth side to side a little bit. Maybe using the elbows and the forearms to keep the shoulder blades down on the mat. Maybe you kick the legs out to one side, move them through center. Roll over to that opposite side and kick. Move back through center. Take the soles of the feet up to the sky. Come into happy baby right off at the gate. Rock back and forth side to side. Maybe grab the big toes with the peace fingers. Nice deep inhale, straightening through one leg. And straightening through that opposite leg. And slowly roll yourself over into a fetal position. And fetal, we always just remind ourselves, this is where all human body and life is formed, surrounded by nothing but blackness and warmth, water and love. You can always come back to this space. Nice deep inhale. And then on the exhale, slowly extend through that top leg and press into that hand and bring yourself up to a simple seat. Rock back on the sit bones and see if you can bring yourself into the cross of the legs that you're not quite as familiar with. And then inhale, arms come up overhead. Hands can come back behind the head, rock the head into the hands, and then exhale. Pull up and in on the low belly as you tuck the chin in towards the chest. Create some big compression here, and then inhale. Chest pulls forward, exhale. 2 more, inhale up. Exhale back. Round and pull up on the belly. And 1 more, inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale back into your center line. You can release the hands. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, press the palms out in front of you. Flex the hands back towards you. You can take your hand and kind of pull, reaching and stretching through the palm and the fingertips, maybe through your thumb. Same thing on that opposite side. Stop in the name of love. That's what I always think about this. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Shake out the hands. Inhale, arms come wide. Exhale, bring them back behind you. Pull down through the fists and rock back into the fists and raise up through the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, flip the palms, bring the arms back behind you again, interlock the fingers, pull down through the fists, rock back, press onto the fists and raise up through the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Go ahead and take the thumb and let it come in between the back of the calf and the thigh, the back of the knee, and press the leg away as you drop down through that left shoulder. And slowly move through center line. Do that same thing. Finger comes or thumb comes in between, press and drop, twist, pull up and in on the low belly. And slowly bring yourself back to center. Let's go ahead and rock over our knees and our shins, coming up. Girl, I have way too much fun with this, like filming on my phone and shit. It's hysterical to me. So knees are hip width distance apart. Move and cycle through the hips. Check in to see where your hips are at. You can kind of use your knees as like a gauge on this, right? Pressing down through the top of the shin. Checking just to make sure that the hips are in alignment, right? Nice deep inhale. Maybe waving to one side and shifting back to that opposite side. Hands are nice and wide. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. 2 more. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and flip the toes. Oh my God. And go ahead and pop the hips high. Girl, I did something to my big right toe. Like, I don't even know what, but maybe it's like me breaking it 1,000 times over. And it's just trying to like put itself back together, but we'll see. Pedal out through the feet. Maybe do a bend in the knees. Nice deep inhale. Take that right leg up to the sky. Shift forward and then put a bend in that knee. You're gonna rock your head back ever so slightly and then shift yourself back. Little bend in that front knee and then straighten through that back leg. Bend and straight. Bend and straight. 1 more time, bend and exhale. Drop that foot. Same thing on the left hand side. Lift, put a bend in the knee. Shift forward, rock the head back ever so slightly. Try to pull that foot towards you. And then go ahead and shift yourself back. We're gonna bend and lift. Bend and lift. 2 more, bend and lift. 1 more, bend and lift. Foot comes down. Press back into the hands, big inhale, or back through the hips, but pressing into your hands. Kind of rock back and forth. You maybe play around with the strength a little bit here.
Taking one hand back behind the low back. And then go ahead and walk your feet up to meet the hands, top of the mat. Inhale. Hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, let yourself fall down and over the tops of the thighs. Bend in the knees, head hangs super heavy. Maybe massaging through your head. Hands can massage back through the ears, maybe through the temples, the hairline, the jawline. Turn and look up underneath. You can always take that right hand up to the sky, left hand to the outside of the calf, and then slowly shift. Same thing on that opposite side. Slowly release. Let's try crow. Hands are nice and wide. Put a bend in the knees. Shift forward. Make that shelf with the back part of the triceps, right? Keep the gaze beyond the fingers towards the top of the mat as you shift yourself forward and lift the feet up off the mat. Maybe you do 1 foot at a time, right? So here, 1, 2. Maybe you shift and bring both up. Dropping down. Take your knees wider. Bring your sit bones down and low as you pop the chest high. Elbows can be on the inside of the thighs. Big inhale here. And then exhale, left hands extend beyond the toes. Right hand comes up to the sky. If you want to try for your bind here, you can take, I'm not mirroring you, okay? So, bind in this one, just to open up through the front part of the chest and shoulders more. Try to rock back here. Forearm comes around the front part of that shin. As that opposite hand comes back and you try to grab the fingertips and lift through the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, release. Hands come back to midline, raise through the chest. Same thing on that opposite side. Fingertips come up. Opposite hand extends. Low belly's pulled in. And then again, forearm comes back on around the front part. Yeah, you might get a nice little shoulder pop. Big inhale. And just try like the reach, right? If you don't grab it today, you can always use a towel. You can grab a towel with one hand and see if you can grab the towel with the other to close that gap. Go ahead and slowly release. Rock yourself forward and lift through the hips. Hands come to shins, inhale, flat back. Exhale, let yourself fall down and over the tops of the thighs again. And then hands plant. Step, step, back into your plank. Nice deep inhale. Press back through the heels. Maybe you swing here with the knees towards the chest, pressing back through the heels here. Shift forward. We lower and lift. Big inhale. And then exhale. Take yourself back into an embryo or child's pose. Rock back and forth side to side. Give your knees and shins and hips a little bit of love. Nice deep inhale here. And then exhale. Go ahead and shift yourself forward. Flip the toes. And go ahead. Yeah, let's flip the toes. David would be happy with me for teaching you camel this way. So, with the toes flipped, if you can, hands come back to your heels. You pop the chest up. Sometimes I like to take just all my toes and straighten them out, because I have a tendency to kind of tuck and do odd things, right? If it's too much on any of your toes, like this is kind of a lot on my big toe right now, don't do it, right? I can show you another way. But here, you press the hips forward and pull forward this way. Just keep the head on nice and straight. You don't have to rock way back. Nice soft gaze at where the ceiling meets the wall. Big inhale.
Breathe into the front part of the body, and then you come out of it the same way that you went into it. You also have the option of having the tops of the feet down flat to the mat. Hands can come to your glutes. You can shift back halfway and then come back hand to hand. You have a tendency though, if you're coming down on one side to the other, that you start to kind of like compress on that side. And then you shift forward and hang out here. Head can drop back. Right? Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. You have more of a tendency to collapse in your low back in this one though. So it's not my favorite way to come into it. I'd rather have you push up from your heels if you can get the grab. And the way you come out of this one is hand to the back of the glutes and lift. Exhale, come down, and then counter that right away, coming down and over the top of the thighs. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale slowly. Kick your legs out to the side. Come down onto your back. Give yourself a nice big hug. Both knees come up into the chest. Pull down through the low back of the spine. Big compression in the hips here. Release the legs. Pull that right knee towards that right armpit. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Same thing, opposite side. Head is on nice and straight. Chin is tucked towards the chest. Exhale, release. Maybe pull both of your knees in towards the armpits. Rock back and forth side to side a little bit. And then slowly let yourself come right back down into your Shavasana. Hands down to your sides, palms face out to the side. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Hanging out here. Let's see what's in the cards for the day. Again, from the Priestess of Light Oracle deck by Sandra N. Taylor and Kimberly Weber. Been loving these. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Since it looks like it delivered that one to us, we'll use that one today. Okay. Tenderness, true love and compassion. This card foretells the coming of new or increasing love in your life. It may seem to arise from out of the blue, or it may be a relationship that's been developing for quite some time. Either way, feelings of tenderness, as portrayed in this sweet kiss, will soon be intensifying. The brilliant gold that suffices this tender moment indicates the purity and the connection being forged, radiating the sense of a deep heart-to-heart bound. It may be even a karmic calling, a relationship that extends from lifetime to lifetime. Because of its great heights, the giraffe has an advantage over other animals, that is, the ability to see far into the distance. This message here is to be honest about your perspective on love. Be sure not to limit your view of your deserving or of your future potential. Even if you've been hurt in the past or have been alone for far too long, true love is on the horizon. Remember that tenderness you give to yourself will be reflected back to you, and the brilliant light and love that the universe will be sending your way. Affirmation: I open my heart and my life to true love. I deserve tender kindness from others, and I give it to myself. Again, I open my heart and my life to true love. I deserve tender kindness from others, and I give it to myself. Take a nice deep inhale. And from that space of loving tenderness, I want you to hold yourself here in this space. Continue to just be here. And just allow yourself to listen to the love of Otis Redding, right? And take in that space of tender and kind love in your heart. Because it is something, dear Jane, that you do give so wholeheartedly. So no earthly bounds are coming to you. All right? Take as much time as you need in this space. The divine light, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine in the collective we, in all of us. Thank you for sharing your practice, your friendship, your love with me over these past 15, 12 years. And to that I say, go in peace and continue to listen to Otis Redding, right? And serve love always. All right, love you so much. I'll talk with you soon. Bye, darling.